Right now I'm listening to Camelot. Oh, why am I listening to Camelot? Because I'm waiting in line to meet Julie Andrews.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
The weird thing is, it didn't seem like I was that excited. I guess I didn't really think that it was real or that it was going to happen. And then there's like 3 people ahead of us. And here, and in about 35 minutes, they're going to give us the numbers and tickets or whatever it is. And then we get to come back and meet Julie Andrews.
We're going to meet Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews. A la
everything that is good in the world. Yeah.
Victor Victoria and Campbell. To my friend Lady.
Wait, so have you seen the interview when she's on Ellen?
No.
Because it's hilarious. Because Ellen's like, oh, they're remaking so many movies now. What if they were gonna remake The Sound of Music or Mary Poppins? Who would play your parts? And Julie laughed and she was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of talented people out there. And Ellen was like, wow. Idea, and she pulls out these posters of like Julie Andrews' body with Ellen's head, you know, like Sound of Music and Mary Poppins and all that stuff.
I'd see Ellen.
And then you know what was the best part was after showing all of them and everyone was laughing and Julie was like, oh, these are wonderful. Then she was like, oh, she was like, I want to keep these, and Ellen was like, they're yours. You can take them all home.
Nice. Julie Andrews, internet, is the singer, is the artist of my favorite Christmas CD, which many of you don't know.
I mean, I think Julie Andrews is my favorite.
I mean, she's so much more than all of this, but like this is, aside from the usual, like, Julie Andrews was a part of my youth because I watched Mary Poppins and I watched Sound of Music and all that stuff. She also is this Christmas CD that we play in my house.
She is a Christmas CD?
She is a Christmas CD. She put out this Christmas CD. It's a Hallmark. You could only buy it at Hallmark. It came out in 1990. It's called The Sound of Christmas. And it has some usual Christmas hits like Hark the Herald Angels Sing and Silent Night. And then it has The Sound of Christmas. And it's amazing and I love it.
I love Julie Andrews.
So that's a personal Julie Andrews anecdote.
I have a lot of records, and one of my favorite records is Julie Andrews' Don't Go in the Lion's Den Tonight, and she put it out in like 1965 or something like that. It's something like one of her very first albums, I believe, and it's got this really cute cover, and I have it framed and on my wall above my bedroom. So when I go to sleep, I think Julie Andrews.
That's adorable. Emily, what are you going to say to Julie Andrews?
I'm going to say...
Spoiler alert, Emily's... Spoiler alert, internet. You'll probably see Emily throwing up later. Although we probably won't be able to have this on.
This is what's probably going to happen. She's going to look at me and she's going to say... I'm going to say...
I got my hair last night. That's what you should tell her.
Like I said, Julie Andrews, I was going for the Julie Andrews look. I don't think I did it.
Didn't really, but it looks cute. It's good.
I see. I don't know what I'm going to say.
It's alright.
I'm going to say...
We've discussed this.
I'm just going to look at her and I'm just going to be like, you know.
That's what you should say. That's excellent. And she'll be like, I know.
I know.
Dame Julie Andrews. You got tiny. Let's talk about Miss Julie Andrews. Dame Julie Andrews.
Okay, I'll tell this. I saw the movie S.O.B. Julie Andrews takes her top off. And it was like, I was like, I have to watch this because it's a Julie Andrews film and I need to see it. And then I was watching it and it got to the part and you knew that it was coming and you're like, she's about to take the top off. And I was like in bed and I was like, covers up to here and I was like, and then she took her top off and I was like, no, I can't look. I can't scar myself and see this. And then I had to rewind it a couple times because I kept on not looking. And then I finally did see
Julie Andrews' boobs.
And it was a little traumatizing but as expected, they were perfect. They were perfect. I mean, nothing else could be expected.
Yeah. What else about Julie Andrews? I mean, what can you say about Julie Andrews? Everything and nothing. We're not going to say anything about how she can't sing anymore. It's sad. And the world has lost.
I was saying the other day, I think it is the greatest American tragedy.
It's really sad, and I wish that, like, I'm not gonna lie, I love The Princess Diaries. The second one was pretty shitty, but I love The Princess Diaries. And in the second one, it was just like mocking us. And
I don't think I saw the second one.
She's like singing but not singing. It's like speaking, but not the Saga Channing way. In the Julie Andrews way. Anyway, it's just sort of like you're like, oh, she can't sing anymore. And like Raven Simone is singing, it's bad as bears, but that's okay. I sang once for an audition for community theater. I sang Lauren Wilford. That was a lot of fun.
Tell her that.
I should tell her that. These are all things we discussed telling Julie Andrews. That. And then I shut up because, what else did we discuss telling her?
I love you.
I love you. Amazing.
You're the greatest thing to happen to planet Earth since evolution.
I was gonna say, remember at Gypsy when somebody yelled out, "You're a national treasure," but we can't tell her that because she's not from America.
She is a national treasure.
She's not.
Can we say she's a Earth treasure?
She's a global treasure.
You're a global treasure.
Global treasure.
Can we say, Julie Andrews, you are every nation's national treasure? It's a good one. I wonder how many languages Mary Poppins has been done.
Mary Poppins. I wonder if she's seen the show.
Oh my gosh.
I
I wonder. I would be curious.
Do you think she's still friends with Dick Van Dyke?
Probably.
I love Dick Van Dyke.
Me too.
They're fantastic. That movie's amazing.
Oh, that movie is like... And I was quite disappointed by the stage production.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, here's my thing about the stage production. The first act, which is basically just the movie, with a few tweaks, I didn't like because I said, you're not Julie Andrews. And I also didn't like it because one of my favorite numbers in that movie is It's a Jolly Holiday with Mary, which is Dick Van Dyke's love song to Julie Andrews. And nope, Dick Van Dyke's love song to Julie Andrews. And in the show, it's like, there's a lot of colors. It really upset me. The second act, though, which is stuff that wasn't in the movie, which is in the book, was really good. And I was like, oh, this is good and interesting. But the first act, when you're like, you're not Julie Andrews, was disappointing.
Is this book worth $25? I would buy also a copy for
You can't get it signed though. You can only get one copy signed per person. They're very strict. They don't want you selling this shit on the internet. It's for you and you alone.
Then I'll just buy my nieces a different one. Like maybe it's $25 or something. I shouldn't give them a signed anything anyway.
They don't care.
Well, no, they'll care. They would care in the future, but they're like 5 and 4, and it would get probably destroyed before they care.
I had like a panic dream the other night that I was gonna, because this was a children's bookstore, that they were going to require you to have a child with you.
I know, and I loved in your message that you were like, hey, you can bring, it's a children's bookstore, so even the baby could come, and the baby's like a month old. But I always like.
Well, I had a panic dream that you had to like have kids, and then I was arguing with the woman, being like, this isn't fair, these are children, they're not gonna fucking remember this. I grew up with Julie Andrews, I will value this experience. They won't. This is for the parents. It's not for the kids. The kids could give a shit.
It's Mary Poppins and there we stop.